Central Kentucky's real estate talk show with a little bit of Lexington. Live from Studio 1A, it's episode number 2 of Live, Love, Lex.
I'm Whitney Pannell reporting with a man cold. Day 10 of my man cold.
Day 10 of the man cold. Anyway, we just got back from skiing out in Beaver Creek, Colorado, and if you recall in our last segment, I said Whitney will drive 10 miles for a cup of coffee. Well, that was an understatement. We just drove 15 miles for a cup of hot chocolate. But I will say, it was amazing hot chocolate.
It wasn't just any hot chocolate. I had read about this, I'd seen it on my Instagram feed, and I was destined to go to the Four Seasons in Vail for this incredible hot chocolate. I videotaped it. All of my friends were thanking me that we had driven that far, taken an Uber into town to get this hot chocolate. And if you're ever in Vail, you have to go to the Four Seasons and get the hot chocolate of all hot chocolates.
So for lack of better words, there was no telling her no. But let's roll the clip right now and check it out.
Is this Sylvia and us?
Ready? Ready?
Oh, that was pretty good. That was amazing, and I will admit it was well worth the drive. 15 miles to Vail, Colorado.
And I'm still thinking about it. That homemade marshmallow that fell into the cup as they poured the chantilly cream over it with the chocolate lace wafer.
It was outstanding.
Okay, well, back to business. We wanted to have a home inspector on today's show to talk about the home inspection process for buyers and for sellers and what you can do to get ready for the inspection.
The home inspector, he's either your best friend or your worst nightmare. The home inspector, he's either your best friend or your worst nightmare. Today we're in the studio with Josh Salzman from Salzman Home Inspection. And Josh, thank you very much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Josh is one of our preferred inspectors, and I just wanted to ask Josh today, is a home inspection necessary?
Yes, a home inspection is necessary for a couple reasons. A lot of people will buy a new house and they think, why do we need a home inspection? We've got a builder's warranty. Well, a house is built by humans. We miss stuff. Accidents happen, things happen where they just get overlooked. So we will find some of those little mistakes. It's not uncommon to walk into a house and you turn on the shower and you first turn on the shower valve and it's hot water instead of cold water. Cold water should be first, then your hot water. So we run into those things a lot. Another thing is crawl spaces. If your house has a crawl space, I urge everyone to get a home inspection because how many people go in the crawl spaces?
Not too many people like crawling under the house, do
No,
they?
unless your air filter's under there, you're usually running in, change that filter, run back out.
Back out.
And if
Gotcha.
they hear a bump in the noise and a noise under there, they're really out really fast.
Gotcha.
Well, tell us, Josh, what can the homeowner do to kind of prepare for that home inspection?
First thing is clean your house up. A lot of people, it's shocking, will have their house listed, it'll go under contract, be pending, we'll go in for the inspection and it'll be a wreck.
Really?
Now some people forget that we're coming and we catch them off guard. That happens, but pick up the house, secure the pets. We all like dogs and cats and animals, but just make sure they're secured so when we're in and out of the house, they don't run out.
Yeah, that's very stressful when a pet gets out and it's very stressful, so.
Cats will follow you into the attic if you leave the ladder down, so it's
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We had our cat one time get stuck down into the cavity of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
In
that's
between,
not
into the
good.
drywall.
Yes, yes. Now, what about preventative things that a seller can do to get ready for the day of the home inspection?
Number one, I would say change your air filters. Replace those air filters. Don't have a dirty, grimy air filter sitting there because we're going to walk in, we're going to say, wow, they can't even change the air filters. What else is
And those
going
are
on?
basic things that just the average guy can do.
You don't even have to go to the store anymore. Amazon will deliver them right to your house.
Wow.
They come, you change them, you're done. So it's a really great preventative thing to do. And slow drains. Don't have slow drains, and most times that's from hair. Hair gets into the sink and just clogs the drain.
Again, kind of a basic thing that the homeowner can do themselves.
Absolutely.
It seems like a lot of times I see GFCI not working or I mean, it's on every single inspection of every home we sell, new, old. There's always a GFCI problem.
Well, those need to be tested. About every 6 months, go up to that GFCI, trip it, see if it trips and reset it. Because
that's a good
sometimes
tip.
they won't reset and they need to be replaced. It's a quick, easy fix
And it's
for an
cheap.
electrician.
Isn't it like less than $25?
They're usually around $20 to $30 depending on the brand and something like that, but they need to be checked every so often. So if you're in the bathroom, hit it, reset it, and make sure it works.
Well, I bet you've seen it all out there in the workforce, haven't you?
It's never a dull moment.
I bet that's true.
Well, I'm glad you came today.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Exactly, like we said, either he's your best friend or your worst nightmare. But we thank Josh Sauceman so much for coming to the studio with us today and giving us the tips that we need to get your home ready to be inspected.
This is our segment on Rick's King of Worthless Knowledge Tip of the Week.
Okay, my tip of the week on worthless knowledge, which I always thought was very interesting, but did you know you cannot hum while holding your nose?
I bet I could.
That being said, let me tell you why I even brought that up. What you all don't know, an interesting fact about Whitney is she's a hummer. She always hums, whether we're watching a game or at the house, she's always humming.
I am a hummer. And I was actually, it was funny, I was showing property the other day, and I was humming Willie Nelson's "If You Got the Money, I Got the Time." So my client was, yeah, I didn't realize it. I was just humming it, and he goes, "Is that You Got the Money, I Got the Time?" And I was like, oh, how appropriate. Yes, it was. So by the end of the tour, we were all humming Willie Nelson's "If You Got the Money, I Got the Time." But yes, I am a hummer, and I'm happy, so I hum.
She's always happy. One of our segments on the show is going to be called In the Trenches. Let's roll the clip.
So I listened to Josh. I came up in the attic to change the filter. Let's see how it goes. Wait a minute. Why isn't Rick up here doing this? Well, yep, it's sure enough. Yep, it's dirty, so I'm going to send him back up to change it. So like Josh said, everybody needs to do some preventative maintenance. This is an easy job. Get up in your attic, change your filter every few months, and you got it. Reporting from the attic, a little preventative maintenance by changing your filter will save you a lot of headache. See you next week.